What it do, what it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Peace Dealer. Woo! And today, I have a very amazing message. First of all, congratulations. Like, if you're woke during these times, okay, please understand that you are taking part in one of the most legendary periods of all time. It's not about being right or wrong. It's not about, you know, doing doing what someone feels that you're supposed to do. It's about being conscious, and you're either conscious of what you're doing or you're unconscious of what you're doing. Obviously, for those who are unconscious AF of what they're doing, they may not realize that they're being used as literal pawns to incite division. Because when you're unconscious, you may think that what you're doing is right, or you may think that what you're doing is meaningful, but you're not conscious to how your behavior is actually retarded as fuck. Okay? And I'm gonna curse, actually. Let's just get this out the butt. But yeah, let's give an example. Like, I might be so unconscious and basically taken over by the spirit, possessed of maybe, you know, Christianity or Moloch, which poses as Jesus, and I might now start to really feel in my heart that I'm doing a good service of bringing people to Christ, but I'm unconscious to the fact that the way I do this is to basically inflict fear. Come on, you have to do this, you're gonna go to hell, stop doing this. People were minding their business until I came up and I just had to tell them, hey, you know, you need to switch up, you need to change it, you know this is going to be bad, and I'm basically fear-mongering people to follow a message of love. Okay, so keep that in mind. These are ways people may not even know they're being used. Some people are conscious of the stuff they do though, so don't give everyone the benefit of the doubt. Another example is feeling so passionate about a cause that you're so blinded by your passion, you don't realize that you're redirecting anger towards the same people you're supposed to fight this fight with, instead of dividing each other, because you know these people feel that if you're not with me, you're against me, and like they're so unconscious that you present facts and they're just resistant to it like idiots. Okay, anyway, this is very, very important, because your ability to be conscious during these times is what makes you a revolutionary. I'm not saying good, I'm not saying bad, because Judas betrayed Jesus. So like, some people are, this is about walking your truth. Maybe their truth is that you're a fucking douchebag. I'm not here to like sugarcoat shit and be like, we're all gonna be light and love, and everyone's gonna be in a kumbaya circle, and a lot of people are gonna die. Let me just tell you that right now. A lot of people are gonna die. There are mass extinction events that are on cue for 2020. The decade of 2021. This year was the beta test so that these niggas could see, well, how many people could we realistically kill and make look like an accident? Now that they've gotten this beta test through, they're preparing, they're planning, they're prepared. Okay, this is where you need to stay true. So this isn't about like, oh, what are we gonna do to be good? Some people, the truth is, they're evil. And like, because they're evil, because they've chosen a path of darkness, confusion, and deceit, the truth for them is to walk that path. Because this is a narrative. This is ultimately a story being played out. Everyone has a role. Leo, you're the lead role. Aquarius, you're with the writing staff, writing the story. That's why Aquarius know. All right, Libras, you're the supporting role. So like, this isn't about forcing everyone to do what you think is good. It's about acknowledging who people are and letting things play out. You need to focus on what your role is, so that as you walk that path, you address the truth of what you're supposed to experience. And this is what makes this week so gangster, because for the past 3 months, we've been literally unlocking and awakening superpowers, literal supernatural abilities. How do you think you're gonna combat these negative shadow forces that for the first time ever, vampires are going to actually reveal and unmask themselves for this endgame? Superpowers. You need the superpowers to combat illusions. Like, think about it. Many of you are wondering, Why is it easy for me to see through the bullshit, but it's harder for others? Because they didn't do the spiritual work. It's because this isn't just disinformation. It's an illusion. Remember, we're dealing with the likes of Neptune, which is the goddess media, okay, which rules the media. These are astral forces. It's the conditioning that, remember, has made you believe that, oh, this is just a material realm. Everything is spiritual first before it manifests here. So some people are fucking deranged douchebags, and like there's no hope for them because this is what they chose. It's not your job to change people. It's your job to do and be you, and you know that. You Gucci. So this is the week where we had the full moon and we harvest. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. We harvest the experience of supernatural ability. 1, 2, 3, boom. 1, 2, 3, season. 1, 2, 3, season. So if we started a new season, Aries season, we're wrapping up the first season. And the wrap up of this first season before we literally step into summer, and we have more day than night, is coming into your superpowers, transforming in your superpowers, which you have always been doing, but now this week is drastically, exponentially changing this facet of your development into one that fully extends out and prepares you for the new moon in Cancer next season, where it's like, oh, time to do stuff with these superpowers. Next week is the balsamic phase after you've harvested the culmination of the powers you've awakened. And you're going to, with this balsamic phase, change your life. Because now you're not the same person. So it's like the stuff you do is different. It's going to prepare you for that new moon. So every single day this week, you are breaking through into superpowers. But listen, it's not as simple as that. Like I said, not everyone did the spiritual work. So that's why some people are getting deceived. This isn't just rhetoric. This is hypnotism. Like advertisements, timing. This is strategic. Okay, by the time someone decides to buy something unconsciously, they've seen an advertisement 7 times. And the first time they say it, nah, but now they're starting to. This is all magic. This is all witchcraft. Just because people aren't throwing wands, just because people aren't doing like duels, doesn't mean that you're not being part of a ritual right now, and some of you know this, and that's why you're not taking part. So pay attention to those people who try and demonize you for doing the right thing. They're puppets. They're being used. And like, listen, the wheats have grown with the tares, so like we know who's who now. So all you have to do is stay true. It's not about being the goody two-shoes. It's not about what's right or wrong. Who are you and how do you stay true? Because they're people who are meant to meet you, and if you're not true, how are they gonna find you? Thank you. So every day this week, you're going to exponentially raise superpowers. These dark forces are going to raise superpowers too, and this is where you're going to have much more complex psychic battles. This is where you're going to be more aware of the forces who've been antagonizing you, and most importantly, this is where you finally have the ability to do something about it, baby. Okay? The moon's going to be in Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. Transformation in Cap. We're starting the gauntlet again, by the way. So we're going down every 2 weeks. We did it in Aries. Boom, gauntlet. We did it in Taurus, the moon went to Cap, gauntlet, out into Cancer, and we're in Gemini season. It's gonna go to Cancer, go over Pluto, go over Jupiter, go over Saturn, go over Neptune, go over Chiron, I can't make this up, go over Uranus, go over Venus, and then go over the North Node. Are you ready? Can you handle this gauntlet? This gauntlet single-handedly is going to evolve and bring out your supernatural abilities. You know I'm not lying, because Taurus season and Aries season, they've already come out. So your power already activated Aries. I'm not talking about something that you haven't experienced. Gemini season is now meant to change based on what is awakened, because these things happen every 3 months, every season. Your life is a TV show. And if you don't know that they're extras in your life, just like Truman Show, to give you the semblance that this life you live is not a production, I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what else to tell you. If you're still believing the charades you see on the news, even though, let's not act like before all this stuff started to be uncovered, you didn't already know. You are psychic. You have the gifts. Your inner voice has told you everything that's been revealed. So don't think that all these truths that are coming out, you didn't already know. All right, you're gonna have to take responsibility, my friend, because this is a revolution. They're trying to kill us out here, bro. They're trying to kill us out here, yo. It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter what color you are. It matters about the bloodline. And they're beings who aren't as human as they appear to be. Just like you, you're gonna realize you're not as human as you were taught, because you're not just a material flesh shoot, okay? You're a cold motherfucker. So that's really all I have to say. Once the moon goes into Aquarius, everything's gonna come to light. And this is going to facilitate your evolution by having you know the truth. And once you know the truth, get ready for war. Because the moon's going to go into Pisces. All sorts of deceptions are going to come up, but you know the truth now, so you have to stay true. That's it. That's it. That's it. By the time we get into the moon in Aries, we're getting ready to connect with others who have awakened their powers, and we'll get ready for the new moon in Cancer next week, where we start the boss battle. But this week, all I have to say is stay true. Don't get distracted by these people who really just seek to undermine what you know. Because now that you know the truth, you are the most dangerous person. Like whether you have 1 million followers or 1 follower, you're sharing the truth, and more people who wouldn't have known will know. But this isn't about trying to convert people. We're recruiting, but this isn't about trying to convert people. People either know or not. Like, if people don't know, it's because they don't want to know. So if you're wasting your time trying to convince someone, they could be an agent, and you could get caught slipping. I'm not saying this to fear you. I'm saying this so that you trust your intuition, because if you trust your intuition, I don't need to tell you any of this. You already know. So the main highlights of this week, my friend, is the drastic evolution of all your abilities that you will now fully experience in order to integrate with a new way of living moving forward. This is going to be amazing. Amazeballs. That is the word of the week. Say it with me. Amazeballs. Okay? And just like I said in my daily horoscope, I'm going to leave you with this. You have certain people who are committed to misunderstanding you. And I think the same people who rule over what information you read in these magazines and newspapers, they also govern culture. Did you think about that? They paid these artists to lie to you, and these artists push culture. They push what's cool. They push all these weird things that you wouldn't normally do, but you know, others might have peer pressured you into thinking is okay, even though you know is lame. So just keep that in mind, because what is socially acceptable, what is awkward, what is cool, you're going to start to unravel that it never really meant anything. It was all fabricated. It was all meant to limit and chain you, so you're too busy trying to look cool instead of be you. Come on now. So keep this in mind, my friends. This is one technique that I know will work. This is not just a regular reality. Don't let anyone talk to you a certain way. And don't let people be so committed to misunderstanding you that they forget you will smack earth, wind, and fire out their ass. Okay? Now listen, Chiron is not in Libra. Chiron is already a sensitive energy. When Chiron is in Libra, we want cooperation. We don't want to be savage. Are you kidding me? Like, we can talk. We can talk. We can cooperate. We can do things civilly. The bitch is in Aries. Chiron is in Aries. Okay? We savage over here in Aries. And I'm not here to give you politically correct transits. Barring you getting a battery charge, if anyone is committed to misunderstanding you, here is a nice technique. It's very simple. It's so simple. It's like so simple. You know, people who you can tell are draining you, because some people will waste your time because they're agents. So like, they're not listening to what you say. They always carefully twist what you say so that you're arguing in a circle and then you're drained. This is an energy vampire. And so you energetically being raped. I don't know about you, but I don't play that. So for any of you who will be going through this week, simple technique, okay? I want you to take your hand. I want you to feel that passion. When you realize that you're being used, you're gonna feel passion. I want you to direct that passion to your hand, okay? I want you to look at that person's face, look them dead in the eye while they're committed to misunderstanding you, and I want you to smack earth, wind, and fire out. So you see, we're getting elemental here. So you wanna smack earth, wind, and fire out of their face. Out of their face, okay? Now, the smacking will apply the fire element, and they should feel the fire. It's something about that smack. I love how I'm seeing the ram. Someone is driving a ram car, so this is all the synchronicity I need. It's something about that smack and the fire applied that will make them think twice about misunderstanding you or playing with your time. I don't know. Not getting violent here, because you have to do everything with love. So when you smack the shit out this person, you have to do it with love in your heart. You don't want to be a hater, okay? This method is very effective, and I think it will do a lot to deter the bullshit. But other than that, y'all stay blessed as always, and more importantly, stay true. You are going to emerge supernatural ability like never before. And this is because some of you have decided to take a stand against this deep invisible enemy, and they're gonna target you. But don't worry. You got some abilities for that ass if they ever dare to come to you. You are not a victim. You are a warrior, and you are victorious. Say it with me. I am victorious. The fact that you're here means you won. You just need to stay a victor and don't let these people peer pressure you into feeling you're crazy because you're being you. I love you. Stay true. Peace.